With the season kicking into high gear, glad to have you with us, Ernie Johnson.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
One of the best, the lively and colorful Riverwalk. Just part of what makes San Antonio such a great town. And before we get going,
thank you, Kevin. Well, we know...
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. And Clark, 2 deep rosters in this one. Talk about the value of having a lot of guys on that bench, having those talented reserves.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. One, allows you to stay fresh, to keep guys fresh. And you also get a chance, I think, to wear out the opponent with the fresh bodies that you're able to have when you've got talented reserves at your disposal.
And the Spurs start out with the ball. Here's the starting group for Houston. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Bielitsa is out there with Clint Capella, and it's House in at the small forward. And he gets the bucket. AI's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for San Antonio. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Capella kicks to Bielitsa. Paul dishes to Harden. Over Murray. Harden, no good. Here's AI. And the rejection by Harden. Back to AI. Tries again. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You know, because of AI's scoring instincts, he doesn't have to have the ball to be successful. He's willing to go get the ball.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Portland Trail Blazers.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
For 3, Murray, and another shot, and DeRozan lays it in.
Oh, man, DeRozan, his interior game, worthy of much respect. When he gets the ball in a good spot, he goes to work.
Now here's Paul. He's guarded by AI. Over AI. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
He kicks it to Aldridge. Yep, it counts. Aldridge has got his first bucket in this one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here is House. He's guarded by AI. No good on his first attempt of the game. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
They're getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity. You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Aldridge, basket is good, the assist from AI. Aldridge has got his second basket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Hey, I agree with you there. I mean, they were in a really nice flow, Greg. Seemed like they couldn't miss.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Here we get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. Number 1, the Spurs.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Here's Zeller. Fareed outside. Here's Rivers. Rejected by AI.
Hey, I'll tell you what, AI pounced on that one like a big cat.
Fareed against White. Just 5 to shoot. Another miss by Houston. San Antonio leading by 11. DeRozan on the wing. And it's San Antonio with another.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. Can't hit from in close. Here's White. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Gordon kicks to Rivers. Stolen by AI. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. Here's Bielitsa. No points in the game yet for him. Over in the corner, Paul. Over AI. And nothing is falling for him right now. San Antonio leading. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
So on the floor for Houston, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with Bielitsa, and it's House in at the 3 slot. Harden inside the 3-point line. San Antonio with the rebound. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Trailblazers really lit up the floor. He finished with 24 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion with a huge number of assists. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively, they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
Harden inside the 3-point line. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018, and Clark well-deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
There's the triple. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
To the middle, here's Medu. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And the first one drops. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And the Rockets making a change here. He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Harden the pass to Paul. To the paint, and the dunk by Capella.
The 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
San Antonio leading by 4. It's AI on the wing, defended by Paul. Here's AI, and the jam by AI.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's AI. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here. But no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at AI. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, the kind of leadership he provides, the pinpoint passing, we saw it all there on display in that first half.
Yeah, he enjoys teeing his guys up. I know you like that one, partner. You and I both like to hit that white ball a little bit, but he knows it's important to share the wealth out there.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Did you bring your clubs, partner?
Yeah.
Let me check and see if I can get us a tee time tomorrow morning.
All right.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Aldridge out there with Medu. Then it's AI. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. In the NBA, Clark, great offense sometimes overcomes great defense. The fadeaway jumper, an example of one of the more unstoppable shots players make.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you think of guys like Dirk Nowitzki, LeBron James. Dirk's was so unorthodox, and at his size, just impossible to get to his shot when he stepped away from you. And LeBron has mastered it with his athleticism and strength. I mean, he'll fade away and fade 8-10 feet away from you and still get that shot off. So those two guys, I mean, if you're talking about major fadeaways currently in the last decade, I don't think you could find anybody that would top them.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Capella.
Clint Capella is a guy who's a defensive anchor and takes quality shots, and because of that, he plays his role to perfection.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
It's AI on the wing, guarded by Harden. Here's AI, and Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Here's Aldridge, and good coming on the assist by AI. AI's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Paul kicks to Harden. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. Over Aldridge. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
and they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third. You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards, I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
Here's AI, and AI with the stuff.
Well, you know, it's really difficult to slow down a great scorer once he gets going, and AI having one of those nights.
Bounce pass from Paul. And here's Harden for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. It's AI on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. And the jam by AI.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and you know, the ball moves faster than anybody's can, so that great ball movement and decision-making, they're making all the right moves, Greg.
Now here's Fareed. He's guarded closely. And he lays it straight in. Fareed's got 5 points so far.
And all Fareed needs is just a little wiggle room inside. Once he has that, he's scoring it.
Here's AI. He gets it in there. And the Spurs lead by 20.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Kenneth Fareed, Gordon out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Nwaba in at the 4 slot. And he makes that one. And that's now 19 points for AI.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The shot's good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. With social media providing instantaneous news, Clark, players have to really watch what they say now before they hit the send button.
Yeah, you got to pause before you peck, and you got to pause before you post. That's one of the things I would tell.
Well said. Well said.
That's what I would tell guys when I was talking about this landscape that they're in. Heavily scrutinized, and to the NBA players' credit, they've done a great job with social media. They're very visible. They're very accessible. They're well connected to the community through their platforms. But you do have to exercise some caution in how you go about your social media profile.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Medu, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. Rejected by AI. Jumps up. And the jam by AI.
Confidence in transition, that's what AI has. Under control, getting to his spot, and finishing the play. Perfect.
Here's Rivers. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rivers has got 4 points in the quarter. Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. AI in the post. He's guarded by Rivers. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nene. The first free throw is good.
You know, some people thought after making the Final Four, AI would return to school and try to win a championship. But he was destined and determined to take a different path.
Davis Bertans checks in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Shots good from Young.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
It's AI on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And the Rockets making a change here. Zeller's checked in. Where you look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, you know, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in players' salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. That shot missing, and San Antonio will go the other way with it. To the left wing, here's Forbes. Hits the jumper in space.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for AI.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Down low. Bertans' shot is good.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
And it's Gordon missing. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's AI, and the jam by AI.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Gordon with it. Here's Zeller. It's off. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.